Welcome! Today, we're cracking the code on all those musical terms for the ABRSM Grade 1 exam. We're going to take all those weird symbols and Italian words you see on the page and turn them from confusing into crystal clear. You know the feeling, right? You see all those dots and lines and strange words, and you're just thinking, what on earth is going on here? But here's the thing, it's not a secret code at all. They're actually really clear instructions. And today, we're going to break them all down so you know exactly what to do. So, we've split this journey into 5 simple parts. We'll start with why this stuff even exists. Then we'll get into speed and volume, how to actually play the notes, and finish up with the musical road signs that show you where to go. Okay, first things first. You have to realize these terms aren't just fancy jargon to make things difficult. They're literally the composer talking directly to you. They're trying to share an emotion or a story. And these words and symbols, well, that's how they do it. So let's jump into our first set of instructions, tempo. It's just the Italian word for time, and it answers one really simple question. How fast or how slow are we playing this thing? Think of this as a spectrum of speed. On the really slow, thoughtful end, you have adagio. Then there's andante, which is just a nice, easy walking pace. Moderato is, you guessed it, right in the middle, a moderate speed. And then we get to allegro, which is lively, fast, and usually sounds pretty happy. Of course, music isn't robotic. It almost never stays at one exact speed the whole time. It breathes, right? It speeds up and slows down. And composers need a way to tell us when to do that, to build a little drama or create a sense of calm. So, accelerando is easy to remember. It's like hitting the accelerator in a car. You gradually get faster to build excitement. Rallentando and retardando are basically the same thing. They're like gently putting on the brakes, slowing down gradually. And a tempo, that's your reset button. It just means go back to whatever speed you were at before. Now here's the subtle but really important one. We just said rallentando is a gradual slowing down, like you see a stop sign way up ahead. But ritenuto, that means you slow down immediately. It's a sudden change, a more deliberate, held-back feeling. It can totally change the mood of a musical phrase. Okay, so we've got speed sorted. Let's talk about volume. In music, we call this dynamics. And honestly, it's one of the best ways to create emotion. You can go from a tiny whisper to a massive roar. Just think of this chart as the volume knob on your stereo. At the bottom, you have pianissimo. That's super quiet. Then you work your way up to fortissimo, which is very loud. All you really need to remember is that P means piano or soft, and F means forte or loud. That little word mezzo you see in the middle, that just means moderately. Easy enough? And this is how composers show a gradual change in volume. It's brilliant because it literally looks like what it sounds like. The one that opens up, the crescendo, means you gradually get louder, building up the sound. And the one that closes, the decrescendo, means you get gradually softer. It's a perfect picture of sound growing or fading away. So we know how fast and how loud. But what about the actual texture of the notes? This is where articulation comes in. It's all about how you play each note, the touch, the character, the style. See that little dot right above or below the note head? That's staccato. It just means play the note short and detached. Think of it like a little bounce. Composers use it to make the music sound light, crisp, and maybe even a little playful. Now, this little wedge-shaped symbol is an accent, and it means exactly what you think it means. Give that one note a bit more punch, a little extra emphasis. It's the composer's way of pointing to a note and saying, hey, this one's important. Okay, these curved lines can look the same, but they do totally different things. A slur, on the left, connects a bunch of different notes. It means play them all smoothly in one go. But a tie, on the right, connects 2 of the exact same note. That just means you hold the note for the length of both of them added together. Ah, the fermata. Some people say it looks like an I. When you see this symbol, it's basically a pause button. You hold the note underneath it for longer than it's supposed to last. It's a little moment of suspense, and the best part is you, the performer, get to decide exactly how long to hold it. And finally, sometimes composers just use words to tell you the mood. If you see cantabile, that means play it in a beautiful singing style. And legato means to play the notes smoothly and connectedly. It's pretty much the exact opposite of staccato. All right, we are on the home stretch. Let's talk about the last piece of the puzzle, the roadmap.
These are the musical road signs that tell you where to go so you don't get lost in the middle of a piece. Repeat marks are probably the easiest road sign to follow. You play along until you hit the end repeat sign, the one with the dots on the left. Then you just jump all the way back to the beginning repeat sign and play that whole section again. Simple as that.
Okay, da koppel al fine. It sounds complicated, I know, but it's not. Da koppo just means from the head, or from the beginning. So when you see DC al fine, you play all the way back to the very start of the piece and keep going until you see the word fine, which means the end. That's your final stop. And there you have it. You've just unlocked the composer's language. It's not a secret code anymore, is it? It's a direct conversation, a story waiting to be told. You now have the tools to bring that story to life, just the way they imagined it. So the only question is, what story are you gonna tell first?